Young Corpse TV. Welcome to another Casual Brew episode. My name is Dean. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're checking out Dice Masters. The first two episodes were Marvel. Today, let's check out DC. Justice League after the break. And we are back with the Justice League build. Let's go ahead and put up the graphic right now for the quick overview and breakdown. What we're looking at is, of course, team synergy, team strategy, Justice League. We're going to buy a lot of Justice League characters, and then we're going to get them out and use them to buff each other up with their shared synergy on the card text. We'll go over that right now. What you're looking at right here is the energy curve. Kind of a greedy curve, I'm not going to lie. We got 2 3s, 3 4s, 1 5, and 2 6s. Definitely very top heavy, but to alleviate the pain, let me go ahead and fix the focus, and let's check out Aquaman. What Aquaman's going to do basically is, well, Aquaman is active. Justice League characters cost 1 less to buy to a minimum of 1. So with that curve, basically every price drops down in 1. And with this build, you definitely want to go for Aquaman first. Just go ahead and get him out and get those other characters down cheaper. Justice League symbol that comes into play later. Otama, potentially if Aquaman's out, you get 2 of these die for 2, but for 3 she's not that bad. When fielded, draw a die from your bag and add it to your prep area. So basically a lot of ramp, sidekicks, character die. You're going to buy a lot of them and you're going to get those die into your rolling more than 4 a lot sooner than you would otherwise. Zatanna, very strong card, 3-drop, Justice League. Continuing the trend in the Justice League characters, we have the Wonder Woman full art alternate card, but basically for 4, potentially 3 with Aquaman. While Wonder Woman is active, other Justice League characters cost 1 less to field. Pretty strong, 1-2 punch. They definitely synergize off each other, and potentially you could alleviate the fielding cost, use that energy to buy more dice. So definitely a ramp heavy strategy, getting a lot of die into play a lot faster. Also Justice League, the Flash. The Flash is a pretty great card to buy into early, because if the opponent has less than 3 fielded characters, Flash is unblockable while attacking alone. So you're building your wall, you're basically stabilizing, and early game you can send Flash in, maybe like turn 3, buy him, and actually even get him out super early, and just sending him in, pinging him for 3, 4, or 5 respectively, depending on the level. That's in frame. Level 3 is a 5/5, super strong Justice League character as well. Now this card is pretty general as far as Dr. Light goes. This is the uncommon foil. Well, Dr. Light is active. Opposing sidekicks cannot block. So in the strategy, we're kind of going to go wide, and we're going to their sidekicks can be, potentially as blockers. You get rid of them. Now for 4 costs, we can get a little bit cheaper. And let's say if you checked out one of the previous videos, you might want to just swap in the rare version of Dr. Light. Like say if you're facing the Uncanny Sidekick deck, well, Dr. Light is active. Opposing sidekicks deal no combat damage. That's not going to work for every strategy you're facing against. So this card might be a little bit more versatile in the, grander scheme of things, but for certain strategies you might want the actual Doctor version of Dr. Light. So pick or choose. I think Blinding Bright is the more general, safe way to go. Batman, kind of like a Justice League Lord thing going on. Well, Batman is active. Whenever you field a different Justice League character die, you gain 1 life, and retaliation, if a character die knocked out, deal 1 damage to a opposing player. So if any of your Justice League character dies get knocked out, we're sending them in for damage. They're going to get pinged for 1 damage for every die that dies. Justice League affiliation. So there's a lot of that going on as well. We're kind of reaching the top of the curve now. So for 6 energy, we're looking at the Green Lantern. When Green Lantern attacks, deal 1 damage to the defending player for each different Justice League character that attacks. Pretty strong. So we're just going wide with Justice League characters. We're sending them in with Batman. If any of them die, they're taking 1 damage. When Green Lantern's attacks, deal 1 damage to the defending player for each Justice League player attacking. So potentially, if things get kind of bogged down, you can kind of deal damage to the opposing player without even getting through the wall. Characters are just exchanging. You're not getting through, but as long as you're attacking with Green Lantern, that was totally out of frame. You're just dealing damage directly to the player. Super strong card. And kind of the star of the show, Superman. Kind of the build around. It is the common card, but I gotta say this card is super strong. Superman gets +1 attack, +1 defense for each other active Justice League character. pretty insane. Now that means the character card itself, so if I have 2 copies of Green Lantern, 2 Batmans, and 2 Dr. Lights, you're not going to get plus 6/6, you're going to get plus 3/3 for each active character. The dice, irrelevant, so if you have 3 of those dice, does not matter. But you're going super wide with Superman. At level 3, he's a 7/8, so potentially, with 7 other Justice League characters, you can get him plus 6, plus 5 pretty easily late game, and potentially attack for 13. Let's go ahead and take a look at our energy cards. Excuse me, our action cards. Kind of more expensive action cards, but anger issues with the Batman synergy. Superman 1-2 punch. Targeted character gets plus 3 attack and overcrush. Wow. And you can play fists. Target character gets plus 1 attack until end of turn. So if you have a lot of die with Satana, you get a lot of cards die at your exposed. Basically to spend. Roll fists. We buff Superman up. Additionally, because of that, he's getting buffed up because other Justice League characters. Plus 5/6 potentially. You roll 2 fists. Give him 3 more. You roll the anger issues burst. Potentially give 3-4 more to that. You can buff it up, and you can make Superman a 15/16 with trample. You got your Dr. Light card active. Their character sidekick basically cannot block to kind of alleviate the trample cost. If he attacks with 13, they block with 5 defense. The difference spills over. So you definitely deal massive amounts of damage late game. Kind of a dirtily slow deck. Takes a while to get there, but it's really fun. It works. It flies. It's Dice Masters. Let me know in the comments. Have you played Justice League characters? DC builds. What would you add? What would you take out? Let me know. Let me know what you want to see in the future. More Dice Masters is coming up. By the time this video goes live, I'm assuming we got the popper videos out. We got more brews coming. Might do a Pokemon brew. We did it digitally, but I'll do the Blue Blastoise deck. I'll throw it up. More Casual Brew. If you enjoyed, hit subscribe, hit like, maybe tell a friend, and ladies and gentlemen, catch you on the next Casual Brew.